kobolds who were not informative. He's a little fuzzy on the details on that.
Oh, are you talking about the people that I was trying to tell them the way to move a building, but then I didn't really, and then they didn't help?
Yeah, you stick to that type of talking for the recap, and we'll be just fine.
Oh,
Perfect.
well, I write a lot of stuff down.
I totally believe that in and out of character. So I have a feeling I trapped the kobolds pretty good, but we'll find out.
Mm-hmm. We shall see.
Have you started the recap yet? Just wondering.
No, we have not, but we have started the stream. Hello, stream.
Hello.
Hi,
Internet.
Stream. Hi. We are back after a lengthy break for episode 2 of the currently sort of nameless campaign taking place in the Four Souls world. Homebrew. There's some shenanigans afoot. And so, Sean, where has Zara been and what has she been up to that she missed all the fun from last session?
That is a fantastic question, Athy. So Zara has been sort of down mostly around in and around the docks. There's lots of dive bars down there, and she's been trying to sort of pick up rumors and see what information she can find about the ship that she was on, if there anyone else survived it, exactly how that panned out. And the docks are full of interesting characters and weird things, so it took a while. There's lots of bars to spend time in, and those really you need to go investigate them really thoroughly. So it took time.
You spent your day carousing.
I structured carousing, I think, is
Structured
more
carousing.
accurate. Carousing with an agenda.
So for everyone else, but you did get that letter.
I did.
You got a letter. Are you as a player aware of the letter and what it said?
No.
Share the letter. Everyone in the party received this letter. And including the place of their establishment with practically every cabbage flavored name that they had been sent out was pasted on the inside door.
Mm,
So it was on the inside of the building. And
I
every one of
see.
you got one of these.
Intriguing.
So you at least have an idea as to where they likely had ended up.
All right.
So when Zan and Skippy had gone off to do their thing, where are you headed afterwards? Were you heading back to the excited Paladin or your cabbage detective homeland? Did you have a plan?
That's normally Temperance's job.
Well, you left her. So now it's up to you. You get to do it all by yourself.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, Detective Skippy is on the case. I don't know what to do from here.
How about you go back to the agency and I'll go and investigate my new rooms at the Excited Paladin. Gotta make sure they're, good, safe, and enjoy the food there. Make sure it's not poison for anyone else.
Okay, make sure to have a sweet roll for me. And if you see Lena, tell her I said howdy. And then Skippy flies away.
Oh, that poor boy. And I head off towards the Excited Paladin.
Okay, so where would Zara have gone to?
Well,
This is
after
late in the day.
All right. Well, after, receiving the letter and deciding whether or not to respond to it, and then ultimately deciding she probably better, she would probably make her way there.
Okay,
I'd
so
imagine.
by the time you get there, we'll say Xanroar is starting to show back up. Though there were 3 very jovial people that were sitting at a table together. They're obviously friends, and they had spent most of the time during the little meeting that happened drinking and eating and not really being terribly helpful. Let me share these folks. And they're still there. And they are considerably more drunk than they had been. They don't seem to really have left. They have been eating, they've been drinking, they haven't seem to have progressed so far. Everybody else that was in the bar or in the tavern in with you is no longer there.
Does wine still look really sour and sad?
Yor was the one that
Your.
the dwarf. He seems more relaxed than he had been, but he's quiet while the others are having a more boisterous conversation, and he'll just sort of like nod along with what's going on.
All right, I'll give him a nod as I walk in and head over to the bar.
Bartender, big bronze Dragonborn. Yeah. And he just kind of looks at you, waiting.
Yes, I will have one of everything. I was here before, so everything's free, right?
For the next 3 days.
A very happy grin appears on Zenra's face. This is going to be great. So yes, one of everything, please.
Where do you want to start?
Sweet
If you have a menu, I guess we could go alphabetically.
He kind of like gives you a look, and then like turns around and looks at his wares. He's all the bottles are displayed, and just starts kind of tinkering around and looking at the things, and finds one that starts with A at the beginning, A of the alphabet, and pours some. It is some apple flavored something or other, but will probably hit pretty hard. It burns on the way down.
Yeah, before I drink it, I give him a little cheers and throw it back. Oh, this is going to be a great couple of days. Do you have any food as well?
He doesn't seem quite as pleased about this, but he's like, "What do you want?" Then he gestures over to his sister-in-law that you met the last time, bluish dragonborn, with the tail.
uh, hmm. Do you have any roast chicken by chance?
Gotta make it.
Splendid. I'll
Shrugs
be
his
just over
heads
here.
up.
He just points and he's gonna go have a seat by the fire.
So Zara,
Yeah.
you wander in to the excited Paladin, and you see one person you know.
Mm-hmm.
See 3 people, 3 very drunk people you don't know. That's about it.
Okay. Well, seeing one person that I do know, Zara is going to excitedly call out and say, "Xanroar! Hey, Xanroar, you're here!"
He looks
Eh,
up.
So how does the yelling occur for her?
She is like trying to be loud, but is mostly just is trying to make it look like she's talking normally, but is actually using magic, and it's kind of obvious to sort of amplify her own voice. So she's trying to seem like it's totally normal, but like anyone who pays attention is not, you'd see right through it in a second. But you know, so she's like waving with one hand while the other hands are secretly working on somatic components, secretly in quotes.
Yeah, Xanroar just has two glasses in each, or has a glass in each hand, heading over toward the fire, looking up. Oh, hey, been a while.
And
Glad you could finally
Zara
join us.
runs over, says, "Yes, sorry, lots of stuff happened at the docks. It was pretty crazy. Oh, you got me a drink. Excellent." And she's going to try to just grab one out of Xanroar's hand.
Xanroar's just gonna hold them both up above her reach.
Hey, that's not fair. And she's like trying to grab with all four arms, but they don't really reach.
Yeah, Xanroar's like 6'9", so he's got a bit
I
of
mean,
ego
yeah,
to him.
and also Gadakai are pretty short, is my understanding. So she's probably like
3.
yeah, 3'5" is how tall she is. So that ain't happening in any universe.
If you want your own, you can go to the bartender. I paid for these
Alright.
myself.
That's fine. You know what? Yeah, I understand. I understand. And she turns around and you know, kind of trots over to the bar to get booze.
Kind of looks way down over the bar at her. This big, massive. Looks like he should be like the front lines on like on a battlefield, but here he is tending bar. Just like looks way down at her. Goes, "You got a letter?"
She looks at him kind of confused and is like, "Oh, yeah, yeah," and pulls it out and hands it up. Says, "Is that required to drink here?"
For the next 3 days, it is. You're late. You're very late. I should kick you out.
Well, look, okay, there was some stuff going on and it was really important, and I, you know, sometimes you have to triage the situation, you know?
Well, it's already paid for. So, what
My
do you
drinks
want?
are already paid for. Oh, fantastic. Um and Zara's going to say, I just want the worst alcohol you have, please. Thank you.
Worst as in
Like the
it's
kind that you would consider using to wipe the bar down when at the end of a shift.
you could have anything you want, and that's what you want.
Yeah, hey, the customer's always right, buddy.
Oh. Sorry.
Judging my alcohol consumption.
He just shrugs and comes over with a like a tumbler, and he fills it with. It doesn't look pleasant. Like it's
Excellent.
not clear. It's not clear liquor, or
Liquor's not meant to be clear, so that's good. You know, should have floating bits that you don't really know what they are.
It's kind of foggy.
Excellent, perfect.
As opposed to gem colored.
Zara will take it happily, and give him a little mock salute in thanks. And scamper back over to where Xanroar is.
He's just sitting in front of the fire on what looks to be his own fold-up chair.
So what's the deal with this place?
Well, if you had been on time.
Look, okay, we've been over this. Things happened. You know, no one can be blamed.
Yeah. Whatever you say, little bug, or little... I don't know what... I'll think of a nickname later. Uh, we were... Basically, some crazy wizard guy summoned a bunch of people here to try and find a tower he lost.
Um,
Yeah, very weird.
did he explain how he lost it, or?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
One day there, one day gone.
Did we find it? I mean, you guys found it. Obviously, I wasn't here, but
Oh God, no. Gods, no.
Oh.
Temperance is looking up some leads right now. We have a few options. Everyone's looking for stuff. I went and made these, and he sticks his hand into his bag, about like half his arm way in, pulls out a little iron doodad.
Ooh,
It's made
what's
of
that?
it was something that was left behind by apparently whoever stole it. It was at the side of the tower.
I see. Interesting. Well, I mean,
Oh, here, you could hold on to it. I made enough for the entire group.
oh, thank you. It looks kind of like what are they? Badger? Like a badger?
Xanroar just kind of shrugs. Animals, not really my special.
Well, sometimes they were pests, and they would sometimes they'd get in. So you had to deal with badgers sometimes. All right. Well, I mean, it sounds like lots of hard work's being done. So we're just waiting for them to come up with leads at this point, right?
So far, good pay,
Sounds
and
great.
we can eat and drink here as much as we want for the next 3 days. Plus, they have a room, so
Oh
it is
my
better than
goodness.
sleeping outside.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this whole investigator thing's actually a pretty sweet gig. I was kind of skeptical at first, but
Xanroar just kind of shrugs. We'll see what happens with it. Oh, also, there were a few other groups that we might be trying to race against the clock for.
oh, okay.
I think it was
That's
a
easy. That's
pair
fine.
of twin elves, maybe?
Hmm.
Elves or half elves, I can't really remember.
Does it matter?
Not really.
Yeah, I agree.
He kind of thumbs over to the group still drinking. They were also invited, but I don't believe they are very interested.
I mean, they seem really interested, but just in one particular aspect of the job.
That's fair. Hey, just enjoy it while they last, even if they didn't take the job.
Yeah.
And last was a group of, I think, a half dozen kobolds. Skippy tried talking to him, but I'm sure you can guess how that went.
A half dozen kobolds. That's not who I would call on, I guess. But I mean, I guess I'm not a wizard who's lost a tower, so what do I know?
Yeah, exactly. He seemed, I don't know, full of himself, maybe.
So Zara dramatically puts a hand over her mouth, like, who could have seen that coming?
Well, powerful wizards, I guess.
All right, well, I mean, he's giving us free room and board and booze, so he can't be all bad.
You're here to that, and he'll lower his glasses for a little cheers.
Sure, yeah, she'll clink them, and then drink the terrible alcohol she's ordered. Is it really terrible?
It's really bad.
Excellent. That's exactly what Zara was hoping for.
So Dustin, you accompanied Temperance
Yeah.
back to where her contact is.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a time what are you up to?
Well, just gonna be with him for a little while. I'm gonna have some time myself. Doing a little location of where anybody else went. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know the location of where anybody else went?
You were not with anybody else.
No. I might as well go back to the cabbage shop. He's gonna start heading his way back towards the smell of cabbage. The warm, nice smell of cabbage.
Now, as you're making your way there, you out of like the very corner of your eye, your peripheral vision, you kind of feel like there may be somebody around. Maybe
Watching me? Or just
you just kind of
around?
get the feeling that somebody's following you. You haven't really seen anything
Cool.
specific.
Just because I. Okay. Just because I get the feeling, I'm going to, as I'm walking, and I'm walking through, like houses, right? Or not even houses, just like buildings,
Yeah.
different things. As
There
I'm walking.
are some like houses, like especially like out around the edges, like there's like more housing and stuff back here, but the closer you get towards the center is where you get to like the more main thoroughfare where there's Artisan Row, where the guild houses are, main marketplaces.
Etc. All right. So as I'm walking back towards the shop, I'm gonna quickly cut a corner. Where do we say our house was? Where are you? I know we marked it
There's a
somewhere.
cabbage.
Yeah, there's the cabbage. So as I'm getting to maybe about would this be considered like a small alley? This little slit
No,
in
this is
here.
more of like a larger road. Like alleys would be like in the midst of things.
I see. Yeah. So when I get about here, I'm gonna cut the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run down to about here as fast as I can. Not even sure if this is what I'm feeling or not, but when I get a feeling, I take it. And I'm going to stand if I can, like, in that little corner to see if anybody passes by.
Roll a perception.
All right. First of the night, where are you? My thing is going slow. I apologize. $18.
You sit there for a while. Don't really notice anything.
All right. Well, that's a good thing to tell Temperance when if she gets by. So I'm just going to go back. If this thing will let me, please. I'm gonna go back to the cobble wood or whatever the ground is laden out with, and just cobblewood. Why did I say cobblewood? And go back into the to the cabbage shop.
Skippy's there,
Oh,
supposedly.
Yes. So as you walk in, uh, Skippy he doesn't notice you, but he's building a blanket fort, and he's singing a little song that goes, Skippy, Skippy, he's our bird. Have you heard of Skippy? With really cool magic and a bunch of pals. Skippy, Skippy, the wizard owl. And then like he notices you, goes, ah! And then poof, he uses minor illusion to put a cardboard box around him.
Quick 2 questions. Are you doing this outside or inside?
Inside.
And 2, what time of day is it?
Good question.
Because I need to know if it's like night and I'm just.
It's probably like starting to get dark. Not really like completely nighttime yet.
So is you're just doing this in the middle of where all the papers and stuff were? This,
Whoever's there, because I'm assuming I just didn't catch like your face. Whoever's there, I'm a really good fighter. I can do karate wings and stuff.
thought you were a wizard.
Oh, and like his head pops up out of the top of the box. Hey, how you doing? This is the forts for research.
A fine fort. When did you get the time to build this?
Well, Xanroar went to go tell Lena hi for me, and so then I came back here and I fluttered on back, and I took all the pillows that we have in the shop, and I made this. It's a little too small for you, but it's Skippy size.
Temperance is not gonna like this, but you did a great job. Congratulations, Skippy.
He like flutters his feathers because he's happy.
As we're having this conversation, can I keep my ear out to hear if I hear any footsteps or any just the paranoid Dustin's brain is kind of going right now. He does want his cabbages stolen.
I'll let you roll another perception.
Wait. Please, why you no work? Why? Okay. Oh my god. Everything just decided to refresh. Why? Hold on.
Because you wanted to do something.
Oh, it's true. Natural 20.
You hear creaking on the roof.
Skippy?
Yeah.
It's very
wanna
clear. Very clear footsteps.
I don't want to worry you, but I need you to get whatever magic you have out, because we may have some unwanted visitors.
Hoot. Okay. What do I need to do?
Take whatever magic. Do you use a wand usually?
He does have a wand. However, it's not an actual wand. It's just a stick that he carries around.
Oh, okay, whatever stick or whatever you use to cast. Dustin's gonna pick up his pitchfork and goes, we might be handing some. Before that, he is going to walk over where the cabbages are, take a cabbage, and just sort of like teeter on over outside. Do I see anybody on the roof?
So you're outside just looking up, like on the front
Yeah,
of the building?
looking up. See if I see.
Roll again. Well, you see like a dark shape, like it's low to the roof. Like you don't really see any details, but there's definitely something moving across the roof towards the side, like one of the sides of the building that have a window.
Cool. I'm chucking a cabbage at him.
Go for it. Roll cabbage.
All right. Roll cabbage. What would I roll for cabbage?
Any ranged?
Can I roll a light crossbow?
No proficiency, because you don't have proficiency in cabbage hurling as a weapon, but yes.
So cabbage plus strength?
Range is dex, generally,
So
so it'd
cabbage
be
plus
like a
dex.
roll plus your dex.
Alright, so this added on to
Dex
2,
check.
so 5.
15.
So, 15. Unfortunately, you don't see it well enough, but you do definitely get whatever it is attention, as there's a head of cabbage that just comes crashing down on the roof, and they scurry back further away from you.
Oh, no, we're not gonna have that now.
So,
If we're gonna come inside
we're gonna
our boat,
pause
we might
this
as
a
well show
moment.
ourselves. Okay.
Norman, you went chasing after kobolds,
Yep.
and you managed to follow them. They had... Get an arrow. From the excited paladin, you're able to follow them. They don't go like once they get down into the midnight district, they don't take any direct routes, but you're able to follow them to what seems to be their hideout building, and they scurry inside. It's a ramshackle looking 2-3-story building from the outside looking. So, what do?
Oh, what do?
What do?
Nope. I got told to just follow them and figure out where they went. Not going in any further than that. And I'll just turn and head back. Can you just...
Which direction?
Towards the excited paladin. It sounds like most of them were sticking around for at least a little bit. I know that one was going... Temperance was going to contact, but I knew that a couple people were going around, and that seems to be like the only place that everyone knew at, so head back towards there. You have a tag for where this ramshackle building is, or wanna just...
I could put a tag on it.
Yeah.
I'll find a thing.
Okay. But yeah, no. Objective done. Go back.
Objective done. You return to the excited paladin, and your Gadakai friend has appeared.
Well, it's about time. I mean, probably. I don't know. I don't even know how big time is, so... And is that a fort? Jesus.
Is that a what?
Fort.
Oh, I think
That was in the detective agency.
That makes a lot more sense.
And the excited paladin has Xanroar and Zara getting all sorts of smashed on horrible drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I am going alphabetically. She's getting the crappy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Reminds her of home.
Norman will take whatever Zara has in hand and whatever Xanroar has in hand, and then pour both of them into a glass, and then continue from there.
Hey, but
Sharing is caring.
Xanroar didn't agree.
I'm just gonna look back to the bartender. Another one, please.
Yeah, Zara will wave over like I need more.
It's gonna go great.
So how was whatever it was you were doing?
I found where the kobolds were. They're shacked up in a place that's probably smells shittier than the cabbage. So I don't know if they got it better off or not. But we found them.
So
Something for us to maybe look in on later, I guess.
oh, so we're not gonna take out the competition?
Giving you a very long stare. You mean murder other people?
No, I'm not saying murder them, but they're a bunch of kobolds. Like, how hard can it be to scare them off or whatever?
I mean, we could just, take their roofs out and then make them sit in the sun all day. That'll we get them out of here.
Don't they like that? Aren't they like cold-blooded or something?
Yeah, they don't see so good with that sun out.
Oh.
The little things,
Sure.
gotta pick up the little thing.
Pretty sure she is a little thing.
Hey, I resent that.
Norman goes to pick up Zara.
Hey,
See,
come
pick
on.
up the little things.
She becomes like a flailing mass of several limbs.
Oh, that's too many fucking limbs.
Okay, so
Back to drinking.
so cabbages were thrown.
Cabbages were harmed in the making of this video.
So you see that form skitter back towards the back of the building. What are you up to?
No.
Skippy still inside, I believe.
As far as I know.
Skippy pokes his head like in the window and is like, "What's going on?"
Hey, can you fly?
Yeah.
Fly out.
Okay. He flies up in the building.
Get up. Get outside and fly out, please.
Oh, okay. So he goes outside and like flies up to the roof.
And please roll a perception check.
Oh dear.
So, just as you're cresting over the top of the roof, you see someone jumping off the back. They have a cloak, so all you see is just the cloak going up, but it doesn't sound like they landed well. At all.
Oh yeah. Skippy's gonna like timidly fly over and look over the edge.
You're seeing someone scrambling up to their feet, pulling their cloak over their head, and darting it off towards the alleyways.
So like, where are they in reference on the map right now?
Okay, so zooming in on the cabbage.
Cabbage zoom.
They fell back. Let me get the proper tool, please. Thank you. Like back this way, and are now darting off this way.
All right. I would like to cast sleep in their location.
Okay. And what's the range on sleep?
90 feet.
Oh yeah, they
Or
go
like
right, they go
Oh,
right
sorry.
down. You see them running full force and then just face plant, just right over into the mud.
Temperance didn't tell me what to do after this. Dustin, help!
What's going on?
He's asleep.
All right, let's get him. I'm gonna
Sweet.
run in the back, and do I see the unconscious man?
It is a lady actually, and she
I'm
has.
so sorry.
Well, you hadn't seen her until now. They are partially down like the alley over here, and just on the ground snoozing.
All right, let's take her inside and strip her of all the weapons. I'm just gonna start picking up the body. I'm gonna at least either try to pick it up or
How
try
long
to
does
drag
this
the
last
body.
for? It's a minute, right?
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just picking.
So you
up
would
everything
know.
else.
Well, Skippy would know that you have a very short time to accomplish.
Dustin wouldn't know that.
We need to hurry. He's still only be out for like a minute.
All right.
Maybe.
I'm just bear hiking the body and just running back inside.
So
Doesn't look creepy at all.
like you got just some stray people just kind of like, what has happened? Like just kind of eyeballing you guys.
Sorry, detective work.
It's my
Go back.
cousin.
Yeah.
That's much to drink. I'm just gonna run back inside.
So as
Skipper,
you're
get a rope.
you're heading into the room. A minute is a long time, but also not. Starting to come around and starting to struggle.
Skippy has a rope.
Skippy. Oh god. Alright, so I'm gonna.
They're going to try to break your grasp, so we're going to make a contested strength battle here, and then I want you guys to roll initiative.
Can I try to like distract her and like throw her off her thing with like minor illusion? Like, can I do illusions of extra arms so she doesn't know which ones are grabbing her?
I don't think if I well, sure, because she's just waking up.
I guess I didn't actually need to put that into the chat.
Their arms. We'll roll a thing. Yeah, she's
Strength.
kind of freaking out a little bit.
Strength
So,
check.
Yes. I'll roll
If I
it
can. If it'll let me.
secretly.
Oh.
Oh. That's not good. Would I get advantage because the extra minor illusion arms? Even with advantage, it kind of sucks. Oh.
Nope. They wriggle free, and I would like you to roll initiative.
God damn it.
That is not the round.
Do I need to put the character sheet on there?
Let me get cause you're.
I did not put my character on the thing. What?
I was gonna pull you to an actual thing. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I thought Sorry.
Let's do this sheet. It's another it's another outdoor one, but we could pretend we're on the inside.
I thought I had put my profile in my character sheet, but I guess apparently I didn't. So I'm the only one who does have a picture, so that's easy to differentiate.
Yeah, you
me.
do. Well, I have your token, so that'll work.
Okay.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm on all sorts of the wrong layers. So.
Xanroar, how much longer are you gonna be drinking out of there? Like, are you seriously gonna go through this whole alphabet? I have a feeling he's going through the whole alphabet.
I am only at the letter. What am I at again?
From A to Z, how drunk are you?
I tell you what, you write the letter down, and that'll probably take you about as long as this little shindig's gonna take right here on the screen.
So.
I think I had something called. I don't know. But you people with your, finances and stuff, I've been living in a tent for the last week. Shush.
So, should I just put my character on top of the house, or?
Do you not see your characters? I have them.
Let me actually zoom out and. Hey, oh wait, there it is. Okay.
We're pretending we're inside. I had this map available. You're in the building. You have a wriggling person in a black cloak. And she just broke free. So. Skippy.
I don't know how much I want to like progress this fight. I guess I'm gonna go Ray of Frost. Oh, dang it! Sorry, I did it. Did it work that time? Nope. Oh, that's because. What the heck? Sorry.
If you go to your core, it should be under attack and damage type. It'll be under hit dice.
Oof, it's not, so I'll fix that later. Till then, I'll just use Firebolt.
That does hit.
You can give up now. Please.
How much damage does it do?
Sorry.
You hit her right in the chest and she stumbles back a couple steps. Dustin.
All these attacks that I'm making them non-lethal. I'm not trying to kill this person. But I am going to take my lance and be like, alright, time to get a little nasty. I'm going to take, at 5th it's 2 attacks, right? No, we're at 3rd level, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
3rd level, so I only get 1 attack. But I'm going to go for a lance attack. Bada bing.
Mm-hmm. You just kind of slapping her with it?
Yep. 8 points. And I'm going to then move around to her front. Where's her front right now? Like here?
I think she's facing more towards Skippy. She like scrambled out of your arms, landed, stood up, took a firebolt to the chest.
Okay, so then I'm going to use an action surge to try to grapple her again. To drop the lance, just try to see if I can hold her and make her not move.
Mm-hmm.
What do I make?
I believe it is
Strength or athletics?
contested athletics versus her trying not to get grappled.
Huh.
I
Alright.
believe that's how that works. Well, you knocked her pretty hard upside the head with the lance, so when she tried to scramble away from you, you now have her in your arms again. She is not like taking it lightly. There's kicking and scratching.
Okay, well that's all I can really do on my turn, so I'm just gonna hold.
She is going to continue to wriggle, and in the process of her wriggling, she's going to pull a dagger and try to stab you in the side. He's not doing so hot today. I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit anybody. Skippy, she's fighting back.
I don't want to hit Dustin. I'm going to. Can I? Shoot, I don't know what to do. Minor illusion, like a blindfold on her.
It won't move with her head, with her flailing around. I believe it's just like you make it and it's there. It doesn't.
Then I'm gonna like fly in and kind of like try to circle around like her arms and like legs with the rope, kind of like that scene from Star Wars where they're going around the monster or walker.
Make a dexterity. We'll see how that works. Now she seems to be able to. She gets what you're doing, and she's just pulling her arms out of the the wrapping faster than you could actually get it around her. Anything else?
I'm gonna bonk her on the head with one of my like the butt of a dagger.
Well, do you have 2 attacks?
Oh no, sorry,
Your
my
action
bad.
to
Yeah, that's
bonus
it, yeah.
action.
I'm just gonna flap on back out of there.
She is going to try to, as you're pulling back, she's going to try to flail her dagger at you and do horribly. This is not her day.
Hey, she's resisted being tied up. That's like key.
Dustin,
Yeah, I'm
still
choking.
wriggling.
I'm choking her out. I'm gonna try if I can cause her to get unconscious in any shape or form.
I don't know what the rules for choking are.
Person can hold their breath for 1 minute plus 1
Well,
minute
that's
for each of their
if she
constitution
gets
modifier.
the breath, he's suddenly going to try to choke her. But let's
That'd
go
be athletics?
first. I'm gonna say because you have your arms wrapped around her, you're gonna have to make another grapple to let go and get your hands around her throat.
That's fine. So is that another
So that's
strength,
like
or is
another
that-
attack, like an attack, sort of. This is more of an attack. So try to melee
Should I roll-
attack. We'll say
melee
that.
attacker? So roll a... Because I don't have that in my attack, so it would be d20 plus strength plus proficiency.
It's
or
just
D20
any
plus strength.
melee attack that you have.
All right.
Because you're proficient in your own hands.
I'm gonna go with a lance attack because the only thing else I have is a war pick and a light crossbow. So
Either one.
I press the buttons. Please do the do. Oh, no.
You just get your hands
yes.
around, and your
Athletics, you said, or what was the other one?
because you do have your hands around her throat. You're squeezing? Are you trying to do damage or just trying to?
I'm just trying to cause her to go unconscious. I'm not trying to make her lose any hit points or anything, if that's possible.
If she doesn't break free next round, you can do a squeeze, and we'll see.
Cool.
We'll do versus strength versus her constitution, and see if we can knock her out.
Okay.
She's going to try to get free. So roll a strength. To hold her. Ooh.
Can I say because I have my arms around her throat, it could be disadvantage?
There's no disadvantage, because it's just the straight roll.
Okay.
Nothing caused her to have disadvantage.
That's fair.
So she is going to disengage and run the F away. And then go out through the front. And she will get to there. Skippy.
Okay. So Skippy's going to flap on. Oh wait. Flap on out. And stay above her, and use. Let's go with Ray of Frost again, but really this time.
That does not hit, unfortunately. It blasts down
sorry.
at her ankles.
That's. Forget. Sorry.
It's okay. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it right now.
Dustin.
Dustin's gonna
Didn't
move.
work.
Didn't work. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet up to here. Going around her. Gonna. Yeah, I'm bringing my lance while I'm doing that. Oh, sorry, I don't know you, and you just tried breaking my house. I'm gonna try to go for another attack on this random person. Natural 20.
Ouch.
9 plus 9 doubled, so right?
Yep. So
It
she is
already-
out.
Yeah, that's it for you.
You have. Did you actually stab or did you
Bonk.
bonk? So she is out cold. And there are
Let's-
people watching you now. Looking
Um,
out of just look at the here and there person on the street and people looking out of their windows.
I'm just gonna cast that around us while we move her back into the building.
And you have her inside the building.
Can we tie her up? That was scary.
I'm sorry, had to see that, Skippy. Before we tie up, I'm gonna take all of her daggers, weapons, anything that she can use to get away or leave. Just
Roll
take it off.
an investigate. Okay, so Dustin finds, what's obvious. She has daggers on her hip. She has the sword, crossbow. No money, no anything. She's wearing black armor. It doesn't look like. It's kind of like old. You'll notice, like this is not the greatest armor. It looks like it had been brown and had like something worked into it to make it darker. But poking around with your little birdie feet, Skippy, like pulling back the cloak, you find that she has the badger attached to the inside of her cloak, and it looks pretty much exactly like the picture you had seen.
Sorry.
I have an actual image thereof.
Yeah, Skippy, you would also have one of the tokens. I would have given it to you.
It looks a bit different than the one that Xanroar had made, because he was working off of a rubbing. This one, it looks almost identical, but it has like a black leather on the back of it, where the clasp is.
I'm just gonna look up at Dustin and be like, she's a badger. She took the tower.
All right. Calm down. Everything's okay. Let's tie her up. We can either get Temperance or we can try to get information.
So
Skippy, I
yeah?
need you to get the others.
I
I need you
Okay.
to get the others.
All
You're
right.
gonna do great.
Oh, okay. What if there's more of them waiting, like, in the sky where I fly, and like in the tavern? And what if the Xanroar already got and what? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, he was already so sad. I don't want him to be sadder.
Would you feel more comfortable if I went and done it?
Oh no, because I don't want to be here with her. And so Skippy like hops out the door and like flies over as fast as he possibly can to the excited paladin. Oh, and Skippy minor illusions himself to look like a cloud.
A fast-moving
You,
cloud.
You make the cloud, but then you fly out of it. I don't believe those move.
Oh, dang it, yeah. Thought I was so clever for a second.
So, your friends are getting mightily sloshed, and there is a very excited bird flying into the excited paladin, possibly literally.
Yes, he is going to definitely fly in, and he's gonna be there like, Xanroar, and then he's going to, because I don't believe I've seen the other two people before, and he's gonna use minor illusion again for an auditory thing and like send off some like alarms, like bells and like police sirens and all that, and be like, Badgers got him. And then he's gonna like fly over to Xanroar and be like, "Get back! No, stay away!"
Well, you know your friends.
Oh, do I know the other two?
Yes.
Oh, I did not realize we knew each other. I thought that I had not met them.
Norm was there with you during the whole meeting, and Zara has been to the investigation thing, looking for help, trying to find out what happened to her boat.
My bad. Sorry. So yeah, then I'm just gonna hop over to them and be like, guys, we really need you back at the cabbage shop, like now.
Huh?
There's an emergency. There's well, Dustin's there, and there's a lady, and she was coming in, but we stopped her, and then we brought her in, and now she's asleep and tied up, and we need help, and people saw us.
Why?
Oh god, Temperance is gonna have your neck if
Oh,
you
sorry.
just roped up a client. And also, can you turn those fucking bells off?
Oh yeah, the bells are gone once he realized you were there.
Skippy, sit.
No, you stand up
Slowly
and walk
explain it.
out.
So, like, as you're coming in and there's bells and yelling and you're trying to explain, you startle like the three of them, and at least one of them goes flailing backwards, like their chair falls backwards and they go rolling out of it onto the floor and like lay flat and just staring up at the ceiling like, who hit me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I kind of hit you with the floor. That was not intentional. I will buy you a sweet roll sometime, but we really need to go, guys. It's bad.
Anybody bleeding out? Like, Christ. Ugh.
Why did you tie up the woman?
Well, she was trying to break in, and then Xanroar threw a cabbage at her, and then I flew up and I knocked her out.
Holy
Whoa.
shit, Xanroar, you threw a cabbage from here?
Dang it.
Holy
Dang it.
shit.
I guess I'm just that skilled.
Damn.
Sorry. I'm
That's
Dustin.
impressive.
Can we
God.
stop messing around? I am freaking out right now.
Is
And-
that different from normal?
Xanroar's handing him a glass. Take a couple sips of this. It'll help.
Yeah, it'll mellow you out.
It's a zombie's antidote.
At least you no
Apparently.
more than 4. Somebody's got to be able to walk us back.
Skippy is just going to sit there flabbergasted and hop out of the door and fly back to the cabbage shop.
So, was that actually an emergency or?
50, probably.
Sorry, I'll go and investigate. Don't worry.
Let's
And-
all go. We
It'll
can
be-
lean on each other so we don't all fall down.
Yes, that.
I don't want you leaning on me. There's
Okay,
quite
I'll just-
size
Okay,
difference.
I'll carry you, and I'll lean on you.
Yes.
I find this
I
acceptable.
really hope you're carrying me.
Hey, no.
He picks both of you up under both of his arms and heads out the door.
I'm not that small. This is gonna be bad for your back later.
Onward, valiant steed.
Huzzah!
Make a Constitution save to see if you're sober enough to not fall over on the way.
All right, 2 of us gotta pass.
I'm carrying both of you right now.
Oh, I'm fine.
All right, one of us has gotta pass.
The one of us least capable of carrying the other two is totally fine.
You have enough arms.
Well,
it's
you
fine.
end up in
That's
a
great.
heap on the ground, and it's not very comfortable. Thankfully, Zara lands on top,
That's good.
so there's no squished bug problems.
Who's on top, Norman or Xanroar? Cause
Norman, because he rolled higher.
all right.
You got everybody.
Well, this guy's really pretty at night here. Is that a new constellation?
I don't think the stars changed that fast. Look, all right, we got. There may or may not be an emergency with a lady who may or may not be real. So we gotta go. All right.
Yeah.
So on the count of 3, you're gonna get each other up. Okay.
3.
No, that's not how it works. It's
Shit.
1, 2, and then 3. See? Okay. So 1.
Too late. I'm already
Su-
pinned. I'm out.
That's not how any of this works. You just look. It'll be fine. Here. What? Okay. Oh, stay here. All right. Don't move. And Zara goes back into the excited
Okay.
paladin and gets a bucket of just full of water, and then comes back out of the excited paladin and dumps it on them, and attempts to get them moving.
You both are now soggy. Drunk and soggy. How do
All
you
right,
feel?
this is gonna go great. All right, let's go.
What? Fine.
And she'll be like
But you
pushing on them.
pay for something. I don't know what, but something.
Sure, I'll pay. You know what? I'll pay for all of the drinks we drank tonight. Okay, deal.
Deal.
Great.
Finally, something I can actually drink.
Excellent. So we'll go and make sure that they didn't actually kill a woman, and then we'll come back and drink.
That would be bad.
Exactly. So that's why we'll make sure it didn't happen, and then we'll come back and drink. See?
And then drink. All right, let's go.
And then and then drink.
Off we go to. Where are we going again?
Cabbages.
They're probably a cabin.
Right. And we head off.
You're starting to come down a bit by the time you get there. Not entirely. You're still feeling really good. But, you do find that there is a woman, and she is tied up, and she is unconscious.
Xanroar looks between the two of them. What were you guys doing before we got here?
Milady, boys, sub yourselves up before against my humble abode.
I thought this was Temperance's place.
Also, what?
Yeah,
Those
we kind of
horrors.
had an intruder. We had to. Skippy got into his. Is this your first fight, Skippy?
Maybe.
Alright, well, you did a good job. We got into a little scuffle. Knocked this person unconscious. And I'm gonna hold up the badger. Kinda got this. She's. Whatever organization this is. I don't know. I'm just gonna. You guys are too drunk. I'm just gonna lay it on the side.
Okay.
Xanroar's gonna reach to try and pick it up so he can
Alright.
examine it a bit more.
You really buried the lead on that one there, Skippy.
Yeah, like badger, man.
I
Could've
said
just-
she was a badger.
Yeah, this is not a badger. This is. What is she? Like, what race?
She is probably half elf. Pointy ears, but not quite as angular.
I can never. Oh.
Right, language.
Yeah.
Half badger. So a druid that that was both, but
Oh my god.
he was weird.
I don't think she's half badger. I think she belongs to whatever organization uses the badger as a symbol. I mean, she doesn't look like a badger, any badger I've ever seen. I mean, but who knows?
Oh, I need a
You guys
switch.
have weird badgers over here.
While they're all
yeah.
talking, I'm gonna say, Skippy, just watch them real quick. I'm gonna go over, get some glasses of water. You're like, drink, because you guys are sloshed. I'm just gonna-
Drink!
Throw them all back.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Chug, chug, chug.
Got it.
And smash it on the ground when we're done.
That's gonna take weeks to. Alright.
No,
Skip
don't
a
worry.
step
I got
around the shards of glass. Don't get.
I kind
your
of sweep
feathers.
them all together with my boots and then
Mm.
cast mending on them. See it? I got it. Kind of like one piece gets together.
Okay. So, weird lady. Where's the other fucking bird?
She was with her contacts. I don't know where they went. I come back over here. That's her organization. I'm surprised she isn't here by now.
I mean, you know how birds can be.
Oh
It's
my
true,
god.
but
Flighty. Oh my god. Ah. Um.
It's pronounced knife ears.
We took away all of her sharp objects.
Uh-huh.
Right now, it's just a matter of waiting till either Temperance comes or until she wakes up.
I vote Temperance comes.
Yeah, I vote she wakes up.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Kind of been here.
I was able to get her into this rope, but yeah, I'm not sure what she can do, whether she can slip out of it easy or not. So you guys get whatever you need to get ready, and I'm gonna see if I can wake her up.
All right, hold on. Before you wake her up, Xanroar reaches into his little bag, rummages around, puts both hands in, and he pulls out an anvil, puts it on the floor, and takes out some rope as well from the bag and wraps it around her hands and ties it to the anvil. You know,
Good
just in
idea.
case.
I'm going to go get a cabbage, take off a leaf, get some vinegar, put it in the cabbage, and just hold it under her nose, see if she wakes up.
She does
That's-
not respond.
Alright, plan B, I'm just gonna pour water on her.
She also doesn't respond.
Is
I
she
mean-
breathing?
Yeah, can I do a medicine check on her to make sure she's actually
breathing.
still...
God
Did
damn.
you guys just like straight up knock her out?
Yeah.
I kind of knocked her out with my my lance here.
You could roll a medicine check if you would like.
Sure, I'm actually gonna also give myself guidance on this.
As far as you could tell, she is unconscious. She is breathing. She is just not aware of anything.
It'll take some time for her to recover, I think. Just kind of
Oh.
shaking the booze off.
Well, I mean, yeah,
hours.
we could take that time, or I could just make her wake up right now.
turn to you. If that might work, or you might accidentally kill her,
What?
depending on what you're planning on doing.
I'm gonna use magic to wake her up. What did you think I was gonna do?
I mean, we typically a person can you whittle it down and then get a fingernail.
We're not doing that.
Alright. What were you planning to
Alright.
do? What kind of magic were you planning on using?
Like healing magic to wake her up again? You know?
She is a
Xanroar
person.
offers his hand out to her. Feel free.
She is a
Yeah,
person.
she is a person. That's very true. And I guess I'll use healing word to wake her up. I don't know if you care what the roll is, but
No,
she
you
gets
see,
8 health. Wow, look at that.
she took I think 4 actual damage, not
Uh-huh.
subdual damage. But you see the burns on her chest and neck start healing up, and she looks fine, but she's not waking up.
No, you guys broke her.
Did she do like one of those spy things where she like takes the thing in her tooth and then dies?
She's
No.
not dead.
Dead.
Oh, I
Guess
was
all we
Temperance
Well,
can
was
scared.
do
good.
is wait for her to wake up then.
well, it's getting dark. Do you want guys to take turns on watching? Have a little sleepover in here.
Sure. I mean, I guess. I mean, this place seems almost as nice as the Excited Paladin. I guess could be worse.
I'm gonna make this person some
Uh.
food because we just kind of knocked her over in the head. She's a person, and while people are in my house, I'm making sure they're fed and at least somewhat happy.
Did
And she's not going to be.
did Skippy's fork get knocked down during the fight?
Where was
Priority.
So it was pretty much not in directly in front of the door, but it was like if you walk in the
probably.
door.
There was a lot of flailing and kicking. It probably got crumpled in the
All right, well,
process.
Skippy's gonna very unenthusiastically just hop over to his now crumbled fort and like start resetting it up, and then grab one of his like storybooks to read before bed.
Okay. Now, Skippy, ranting when you came in. Oh, roof? On the roof?
Well, no, she was on the roof, and then I flew up, and then she was off the roof, and then I used and put her to sleep.
So if you wait, if you put her to sleep, why did you need to beat her into submission?
Well, she woke up, and then she started to fight, and I couldn't put her to sleep again because Dustin was standing right there, and so then I panicked, and I may have almost set her on fire.
Okay. I mean, that seems like a
Yeah,
reasonable
yeah.
course of action, I suppose.
Not fire. If she's on top hopping, gonna make to go. If there's,
Okay.
I mean, that's the little tidbit that Norman gets on this. Me, badgers.
Mhm. They did say that.
Yeah, he'll be going.
Did Norman like put that thought process out loud in character?
Yeah, and very gruffly and probably with a lot less words.
Okay, so now Skippy's like just sitting in his fort, wide-eyed, thinking about like badgers coming in to the house at night.
Welcome to adventuring, Skippy.
After making sure the woman's like not gonna be sore when she wakes up, like just lying her down instead of sitting in a chair, I'm assuming. Zan's gonna slowly be casting mending on the glass he shattered piece by piece, just kind of shaking his head, regretting it. I probably should stop drinking.
If we're gonna put her in a bed, Dustin will offer up his bed. Still tie her, but put in the bed.
Oh yeah, she's
Shoot.
still tied to like my anvil.
It's true. So yeah, as long as
How
she's
exactly is she
tied
tied to the
the
anvil?
Like I took a separate piece of rope to tie around her wrists and ankles with enough length so she can like still like they're not directly next to each other, and then tied that rope to the anvil around the kind of curved base, like between the bottom of it and where the hammering actually is during in the little small pit.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin is going to, after doing that, just put her on the bed, make some food. After the food is made, just gonna take a chair, put it on the anvil so she has like a little table area that she can eat out of, and just sit and wait until she
chair
wakes
on
up.
the anvil?
No.
You
Put
realize anvils.
put the food on the anvil, take a chair, and he's gonna sit and wait to see if she wakes up. Yeah.
She's laying. Doesn't seem to be any response coming from her.
Okay. Still gonna wait for a little while.
What's
Take
Zara up to?
shifts.
Oh, I mean, Zara we would have established what turn she is on watch, and then if it's not this one, it goes to bed because she needs to sleep off alcohol. But no, I think the plan is to, at least my understanding of the plan at the moment, is to keep watch on her overnight to see when she wakes up. So she'll take a watch, but if it's not right now, she's going to bed.
So how long is Norman going to be up on the roof?
So most likely, Norman's gonna take a 2 hour, is gonna take a nap, and then take a 2 hour watch on the inside of the building, them inside, and he can try to stay where the others.
Okay. So who is going first?
I mean, I said I was already there, so I'm gonna take the first watch.
Okay. So what do you do during your watch?
Mostly just there's not very much to do. Keep a little lantern on the side to make sure there's a little bit of light. Make sure that she's still breathing. Make sure she's all right. Maybe even take out a little book and start reading until the book about cabbages until she wakes up. And just waiting. I'm not really trying to look out for anybody or anything because I know somebody's on the roof to look outside. So I'm just gonna see if she wakes up on my watch.
I want you to roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay. Your watch goes quiet. She does not appear to wake up. She doesn't move very much. Like apparently you whacked her real good.
Natural 20 suck. Who's taking next watch?
I'll go.
All right. I'm gonna wake up.
So
I'm gonna wake
Norman's
up
also
Norm.
up for this one.
During my watch, I'd like to ritually cast a detect magic.
You detect the bag of holding. You detect whatever other magical items your friends happen to have on them. Nothing on her. There doesn't appear to be anything outside or within the range. Like if you walk around the edge of the room, like there's nothing outside either.
All right.
before.
None of her other items either.
Nope.
I'm assuming. All right.
Nope.
After that, I'm actually also going to, because I'm curious. Skippy's idea kind of got to me. I'm going to actually also cast detect poison and disease ritually.
You do not detect either.
All right. I'm okay with that.
She's just out. So Norman, what do you do? Just sit and stare?
Yeah, I mean, sit and stare. That's the most important part of watch, is actually watching. Sitting, staring, rotating around. It's a new town. Like, he's from Core. This is Everbright. Like, this place is loud and
Very,
different.
very
Gotta
different.
gotta learn. Basically, that's his.
Okay. One of you could roll a d20.
Great.
So, okay. So Norman, I would like you to roll a perception check, since you are actively percepting. Nice. You do happen to spy some shifty movements which appear to be heading towards the detective agency.
Okay, on the street or on the roof?
One is on the street, and one is moving, like one's walking like up the street this way.
Okay.
But one is dodging back around, like they were together and then they split off. And that's what caught your eye.
Okay. I mean, being shifty probably isn't. Our split off go like this way?
As far as you could tell, yeah, they went alleyway.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna keep an eye on the one that I can see, recognizing that. So need follow movements. Are they built like they're coming? Like, are they walking with purpose or?
Roll an insight. They can't really tell. They're not. It's late now. Like generally, the only people out here are either shifty or drunk, and they don't seem to be drunk.
All right. I will start like, blending into whatever top cover nestling.
Okay. Who is next?
Probably Zara.
So, what do you do during your
She
watch?
would probably, hang out in the room with the unconscious lady, make sure her hurdy-gurdy is tuned, play it a little bit quietly because people are sleeping. Just sort of milling around, kind of get, distracted by random things in the room or just sort of wander around. She doesn't really like watching, but she feels like she has to, so here she is.
You can roll your d20.
I would love to. Boom. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it was a 19.
Who is last? Skippy?
Yeah. Skippy's gonna hop over to the person and just kind of be hiding behind the anvil with just his like eyes sticking over the top of it, looking at her.
She hasn't moved as far as you can tell.
And then he's going to be singing his song again, but really quietly and a little bit more timid.
She has no opinions. But Norm, you do spy shifting around the back of the roof of the building of the detective agency, and you're pretty sure that there is something happening like near the building that you're on.
Okay, so something kind of behind the agency, nothing on the like a little pickup of noise.
Yes.
That person gone. Um, so the detective agent windows, made out of glass, right?
No. Glass is really expensive. Really, really expensive.
That makes a lot of sense.
Rich people use it to show off.
And if it was glass, it'd be that frosted glass you can't really see through to put the shadows on, right? Because that's what all detective agencies have.
They're just like shutters.
Cartographer's tools reasonably have a glass piece in it. Trying to think, like I'm looking at my pack and I'm like, what do I have?
Glass piece?
Yeah, like obviously it's not gonna have a spyglass.
Like a magnifying glass kind of thing?
Yeah. Shatters.
I would say no, because that would be way expensive.
Is Skippy visible?
I don't know, Skippy. Skippy's also like 2 or 3 feet tall, so if he's not up, he might not be in range of the windows, but he does need to fly to move around.
So that's a good question. Skippy, are you pacing as you're singing the song, or are you sitting still?
No, Skippy's still just like peeking over the anvil, like just watching her. And I mean, this is just Skippy, having lived through one attempted B&E already. If the windows were open, he definitely would have closed them.
Shutters. Yeah, with no vision and still apparently new to each other because I didn't make a signal. He's just gonna have.
I'm going to mute myself for just a second.
Okay. Oh. You don't see anyone coming up on the roof, but you do almost blatantly, like, either this person doesn't care about being sneaky or is just very bad at it, come around the side of the building where the window is and like is looking in the window of the detective agency.
Oh, that's totally fine. That's fine.
And what's your AC, by the way?
For no reason, 15.
For no reason, 15. You might be taking a bit of
Oh.
a crossbow.
From on the ground? Where does it come from?
No, this is the building you're on. This is coming from the back of the roof. There is somebody standing on the roof now. You did not hear them come up.
Terrifying. Okay. So I'm gonna whip around. That person look anything like the person on the ground? In
They
garb or demeanor?
both wearing black cloaks with hoods.
Okay. Cool. I'll yell up really loud towards.
Up.
Yeah. Like, wake up, or
We are going to go.
whatever basic.
Oh God, I've just been shot. Please help.
I mean, that's a lot of words, man. A lot
Uh,
of words.
how about ow?
I mean, if I fell
one
off
word.
the roof, I could Wilhelm scream.
You could. That would be the best option.
So we'll use. Of course, you picked the building that's like way on the teeny one. So we'll
Oh.
stick the guy over here.
Pick.
Fine. Say like that. Why are you so small?
I'm a small Skippy.
Yeah. Wherever Zara's sleeping.
That looks good to me.
Extra tiny for some reason. Go. So there is. Here. Of course, Roll20 wants to lag hard when I try to do anything.
Curiosity, like, how well lit are the streets? Active here.
Not horrible, like enough that you could reasonably not, like there are light posts, but they're
Okay.
pretty far apart.
Cool.
So we'll say like this is like the main street, so you're gonna have them up here, but not so much back in the alley area, in the
Perfect.
neighborhood. So you just got shot. There's yelling. Skippy. Very likely you hear that because there's open windows and such. What do you do? Everybody else probably heard it too, but you're the one that's currently awake.
So yeah, I'm gonna do minor illusion or improve minor illusion to do like a flashing light. Actually, no, minor illusion can't do light. Then just the kind of what you call it alarms that I was doing earlier with the bells. I'd be like, something's happening! Everybody get up! The Badgers are here!
I will say, Dustin was sleeping on the floor because that was his room. So, like, once he hears that, he says, "Oh, Skipper, what's going on?"
They're back! The screams outside! There's
All right.
we're gonna have to fight.
It's all right. Let's wake the others.
Let's roll some initiatives.
Oh, man.
We got everybody?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was singing it too, but I wasn't on push to talk.
So, Dustin, There's alarms. It's loud. It's very loud.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Alright. Dustin is going to take up his lance, stretch, and hold his action for at any point if someone breaks into this room. He's gonna hold his action. He's gonna hold a lance spear hitting action. Yeah.
Okay. Norman.
Well, shoot somebody. You got it. When somebody shoots, you gotta shoot him back. So he's gonna turn to the dude on the roof, where I was born. Really, you're not gonna give? We're gonna hunter's mark him. There we go. So we're gonna mark him on. Okay. This is Norman's bread and butter. The first 6 seconds of anything. Gonna fire a longbow shot at our gentleman here on the. It hasn't acted, so I have advantage.
12's not gonna do.
Um,
Kind of like turns his shoulder and the arrow goes whizzing past.
and then normally he doesn't get 2, but as this is the first round of combat, he's gonna take another attack action against that same. Hopefully, how about a 23?
23 does hit.
That is all 14.
Wow. That hurt.
Right, and if he doesn't go down, slide next to him, drop his bow, and
Okay.
kind of threateningly call for Norman.
It is now his turn. And he looks kind of surprised, like he wasn't expecting you to be competent. So he is going to disengage. And he is going to like jump down and make a quick, hopefully not fall. He climbs pretty spry like. He like jumps, grabs the edge of the roof with his hands, and is scurrying down that way. Gets to the bottom. And is starting to run away. Which would be going away that way, but he can't really get very far at the moment. Skips.
Is Xanroar awake?
Waking up.
Okay.
Still laying down.
Come on, we gotta go help Norman. And is there a window like here on the wall?
Sure.
Okay, Skippy's gonna fly out the window. And go. I'm gonna say I probably don't see him, so I'm gonna fly up to like roof level. Like, what's going on? Norman?
Well, this guy shot me, and it wasn't that bad, and then I shot him, and he took off. That way-ish.
Okay, I think I've used up all my movement though, so. Hold on. Yeah. Cool.
I mean, if he runs, I'll get him, but...
Can I, like, ready a Frostbolt if he runs around this corner?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah.
Xanroar.
Zan kind of rubbing his eyes and sitting up. Alright, let's do this. Gets up, using half his movement to get out of prone, and starts heading towards the door. Turning back to Dustin. Keep an eye on her, pointing back at the girl.
That's the plan.
And after it, I'll use my action to dash and head out into the street. So what's going on out here?
You've got like people starting to. There was a lot of noise that was just made coming from this house, and people are actually waking up and starting to come out and see what all the ruckus is. And this fellow going to he is going to hide very well, actually, as he tries to move away. Zara. Lots of loud noises. Very
Yeah,
essentially.
very
But you were
loud.
sleeping.
Very loud. Okay, so gonna come out here and be like, what's going on? And as she's doing that, she's going to be putting earplugs in so she doesn't her head doesn't explode like that guy in Scanners. From what's about to happen.
Let's just say we got some company, and not very friendly ones.
Oh, excellent. And she'll does 5, 10, 20. Is that guy there on the map? Like, is he right there? Can I see him?
You can see him, yes. He has.
Oh.
He got down off the roof. There's a shape there.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to here, and then I'm going to hopefully make him fall over by casting Tasha City's Laughter. So he needs to make a Wisdom save DC 14, or stop running and fall over. And that big old jerk. Well, that he passes, so that is my turn.
So, Dustin, you have been watching this unconscious woman for some hours now. She hasn't moved whatsoever. But the moment all this ruckus starts, she stands up. The ties that were around her wrists and ankles fall away.
Of course.
And she stands up. That takes 15. She's just going to not disengage, but she is going to just bolt.
Can I take an attack of opportunity?
Yep.
Could that attack of opportunity be a grapple?
Sure.
All right.
You have to make
Melee
the attack.
Melee attack incoming. I will also reminded that she does not have any weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I don't know what I got. What I get.
Crit.
Oh
It-
my
You've grappled her.
Alright. Not
She
getting away
exhaled.
this time. Come on.
She yells. This is not this is the like, because when she was fighting, she never really said anything, didn't show a whole lot of emotion. She has been duping the lot of you for the past like many hours, and she is just raging now.
I made food for you. Come on.
And she
I made food for you.
stuck. You have her. Now what are you going to do with her?
Yeah, I am going to first, as I'm grappling her, cover her mouth so she stops fucking screaming. Sorry for the curse, I didn't mean to do that. And then, well, I have her grappled, but she isn't restrained, right?
What?
I have her grappled, but she's not restrained.
Well, being grappled means she's restrained.
Oh, fair enough. All right, I am going to. I'm just gonna hold her, and I'm going to. What is there an action that I can take that gives her disadvantage on slipping away?
The
Because there's like dodge, there's hides, things like that.
help.
Is there help action?
Once you
Not
have her grappled,
really.
you can take another attack action to restrain her and knock her prone.
That's kind of what I want to do, but I don't want to have her get up and run away.
You still gotta break your grapple.
It's true,
Mhm.
but anything can happen. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is this might be a really dumb question. I don't want to take up much time, but is there a room in this detective agency that doesn't have a bloody window?
There's likely a closet somewhere.
Can I throw her in the closet?
You can do that.
I'm gonna throw her in the closet, shut the door, and put my back to it. Is this a possibility?
She could, make a strength. It will be a contested because she isn't going to allow that.
That's fair. Very, very fair.
So, do the strength. She will try to nimbly. What I'm seeing
Hi.
is like you're trying to stuff her in the closet, and she's just like, no, and like both her legs come up and like come on either side of the door and are just preventing like her from
You're
being
gonna run away. We need to talk. Come on.
shoving. Norman.
Norman's gonna drop his short sword, pick that bow back up, lean over the side of the roof, and casually put another one into this guy who's trying to get away. Not an advantage on.
But that does hit, even with the bit of cover he has. Is that both?
It's the 8 and the.
Yeah, you drop him. He is down. He has fallen.
Outside down. Where'd the other one go? And he'll kind of point like that way. Also, what the hell is coming from the inside of the office? What is going on?
My mic was muted.
And
Oops.
I mean, he's not gonna strand his short sword up there, so he's gonna just take another step and be good.
Stuff happens with that guy. Skippy.
Skippy's gonna go. Oh my gosh. Sorry. So it was 40 to get here, so it's just gonna fly right back into the. Oh, yeah, actually grab it. Fly back into the office. What's going on?
You see Dustin holding a very awake and very active young lady that you've kept tied to in your floor. He's trying to shove her in a closet now.
It's the best
And
idea I
she's
can
not
come up on the
having it.
spot.
She is not having it.
So Skippy's going to come up and like start like smacking at her legs with his feet while she's actually with the wand, like a little switch, while she's like trying to block it. Be like, oh, this has to be a crime by this point.
So you're whacking her. So you're help actioning or trying to hurt her?
Helping.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to help him like get her in the closet.
Okay. Xanroar, yelling and struggle has erupted behind you. Apparently there's somebody else, according to Norman. What do? Are you muted?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to push to talk. Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to Norman. She's trying to get away. Quickly rush back in, seeing all this happen. Just shaking my head, and I'm gonna. Screw it. I'm going to non-lethally attempt to knock her out again. 14 to hit.
You do not hit.
Alright. Shouting out to her, next time I won't miss. Calm down, or I'm gonna brain you.
Oh dear.
That's all I can do.
Okay. There. That guy that's missing. Zara.
Okay. I don't like that missing guy, but I don't really know where he is or what he could be doing. I also don't like the idea of us all being in that room together. That seems dangerous. I think I'm gonna go up here, and we're gonna take look around and see if I can see him. I guess to see if I can find this person who's hiding.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be in there with all of them. So, how's a 19 sound?
A 19? Sounds really good. Still don't see anything.
Don't see anything. Bummer. Zara would start to call out and then
Nope.
realize that they're not going to be able to hear her, and then is going to
I
like
fed dog.
look out over at Norman and point down this way, and then make like a not here motion.
And there
Okay.
are definitely people like out and sort of watching what's going on, and there are
I'm gonna-
people talking about calling the watch if they haven't already.
And then I'm going to move over to here, and that is my turn.
This person is going to attempt to escape at disadvantage. Yeah. Just lots of wriggling. 17 versus your strength. Did I put it on disadvantage? I did. That was
Strength at advantage or just straight roll?
No, it's just
Skippy is using the help action for you.
that gave her disadvantage. Yeah, do it at advantage. She's not in a good place.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming.
You managed to hold her. She is thrashing.
Yeah, that's not happening.
And it is your turn, and you still have advantage.
Pushing her in there. Should I roll an attack or should I roll strength?
Think strength. It's pretty much
Alright.
the same thing.
Same thing.
Fighting
Yeah.
back against each other. If she's disadvantage against, well, you rolled a 20. You rolled 3 times. You crit the first time. You're critting a lot.
I didn't mean to roll.
But she's not doing so well, and she ends up shoved into that closet. Free object interaction, closing closet door. Now what?
I'm just putting my back to the door and making sure she doesn't escape.
There's lots of banging and
Oh,
screaming
mothers.
and yelling, and you're hearing help, help!
Oh,
They
God.
won't let me go.
Oh, no. I did not think this through.
Norman.
With that, Zara not seeing one either. Gonna pick up a short sword. How much of a drop is it gonna be?
About 15 feet.
Will use all of his movement to scale down, like over. And if they're gone, they're gone. Get to the front door. Dash over. Cut her up. And that'll be on.
Okay, Skippy. So yeah, she's in the closet. She is screaming. There is an anvil. There are ropes. She had been tied up. She's calling for help. You're probably correct in your assessment that this is probably not so legal.
Maybe we should just let her go. I mean, we don't really know what she was doing, and then we kind of just kidnapped her, and then she tricked us, and now she's in the closet, and Gary next door is gonna ask questions. I don't really like Gary.
Gary's kind of mean. The thing is that she came in here for a reason. We gotta know what reason. Well, that was the whole point. She duped us, and that's why we still have her in our care, per se.
Okay, well
I
you guys are
think this through.
well, you guys are really strong, so I'm gonna go help Zara, and I'm gonna go flap over to Zara and
Let
see
her know
what
we got her.
Oh, okay. Gives you like a high feather, or a feathers up. And so yeah, I just go up to Zara and be like, "What are we doing?"
I'm trying to look for the other guy and maybe try to disperse this crowd a little bit.
Well, so I'm gonna basically.
There's a
flag
lot of
spells.
yelling coming from the inside of the house.
Yeah, it's
Starting
not
to
it's not helping.
Option
It's
2 is a
really
lot
not
more
helping.
important than option 1.
They're like, "Are they holding a girl in there? What's going on? What are you
Go
guys?"
back in your house, Gary.
I have an idea.
You can't tell me what to do, bird.
No, I'll show you a bird. It's a chicken. Buck, buck, buck.
He just looks at you like, "What?"
Zara gives him a thumbs up, like, excellent work, guys. Fantastic.
Xanroar.
I lean out the window looking at Zara. Motion for her to... Or just... I'm gonna shout out to her. Tell everyone we caught a thief, alright? And that we're holding her till the guards show up. And then I'm gonna point at her and cast Enhance Ability.
Sure, I'll take it.
And, Eagle Splendor. So now you have advantage on all charisma checks for the next hour.
Cool.
And I'm going to quickly start putting away my anvil and all the ropes into my bag of holding.
Oh.
And the evidence is gone.
Okay, so I guess using like minor illusion to make myself loud. I'm gonna try to. Can I make a check to try to calm people down? Basically saying, everyone be fine. We caught a thief. The guard are on their way. We're gonna hand her over. It's nothing that exciting. She's just trying to stir up trouble. Don't worry about it. Just go back to bed. Trying to get people to leave. Is that something I can do?
You could roll a persuasion.
I would love to. I have advantage. That is a 27.
Oh.
I guess you didn't really need that.
Hey, look, every bit helps. I could have easily rolled a 9. So.
Hey, it's for the next hour, too. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, just starting to wander around and explaining all this, and people are It kind of most of them seem to just be like, okay, whatever, and like go back inside. There are a couple that are worried, but they listen and they leave. Gary's being a grumpy fuck about it, about like, why do you gotta be so loud about everything? It's not that. You could have just yell. So he's standing here. This is his little house right next to yours. But,
You work in accounting, Gary. Jesus.
I feel like I ran into Gary somewhere, maybe in Barovia once. He sounds very familiar to me.
Anything else, madam?
No, but I'm gonna go over there and be imposing to Gary.
Oh.
Just to be like, Gary, back off. We don't say anything when your smelly bunion recipe or medicine gets here every year. So like, calm down. You'll be right. You know, just get in his face a little bit. But no, other than that, as long as the crowd is dispersing,
Yeah, they're dispersing.
I'm going to stay out here. So, maybe tease out that other person who's still around somewhere.
And she is banging. And she is just going to try to ram herself against that door and knock you out of the way. Since I don't remember hearing anything about it locking. It's a closet, they usually don't lock, but... 10! Can you beat a 10? I'm sure Dustin can beat a 10.
Okay, you just jinxed me.
Oh no. I think that's her job. She is the DM.
Just a tad.
Oh!
Okay,
Dude! Did you
It's like
break into the algorithm here?
Like you kind of hear the door crack a little. It's like she just like ran into a brick wall, just boof, and goes quiet for a couple minutes.
Dustin actually just found the lock.
I am the lock.
There you go.
So, do believe can drop out of turn order now. You have her thoroughly ensconced in a closet. She is yelling. She kind of knocked herself a little silly there for a second. So what now?
I'm just gonna start talking to her. I don't know if
They
I
got
want
the
to do
anvil and
anything
ropes.
beforehand.
Skippy's gonna go onto the roof
Okay.
and just look around, like the building. I guess kind of like hopping about the roof, just like trying to see if anybody's coming from around the building.
Make a perception check.
Didn't like that.
Everything's clear.
Okay.
All you see are neighbors that are still milling about, heading back to their houses. Like the neighbors that are like just kind of like standing on a corner and chatting at each other about what's just going on.
Yep. So he's just gonna keep going around, but he's gonna be very careful to like not step on two shingles at a time. And if he does, he has to hoot, or else it's bad luck.
Leaning into the conversation with Dustin, trying to talk to the girl. Look, the guards are coming, and you're going to be charged for being a thief and sneaking into our abode. Either tell us what we want to know, and we'll let you go, and you escaped us before they arrived.
I didn't
Or
sneak
you're gonna
into
be
your
thrown in jail.
house. You brought me into your house.
And you were on the roof trying to get to our house. You're going towards a
And you
window.
know
I
that
saw you.
because how?
Because I heard you. You weren't exactly being too stealthy about it.
You didn't know where I was going.
I could tell.
How?
Look, it's either jail or we let you free if you tell us what we need to know. It's pretty
How
simple.
about you tell the truth, and we will tell, and then might let you go, or we can just throw you to the guard, and I'm sure that'll be a fun conversation.
Hey,
She's not responding.
Hey, guys, can we have a little chat over here real fast?
I'm not moving.
I walk away
All right,
with
well,
the Zara wherever she wants to go.
Well, I'm just gonna I'm gonna lean in, just a gesture for you to lean down, and Zara will just speak normally to her, which is quiet to everyone else, and she'll be like, "So, she kind of has a point a little bit. While she might have been up to no good, we don't exactly have proof of that. From the sounds of it, she was off the roof when you knocked her out, and then you dragged her inside, and then there was a fight, and then you tied her up. And now she's here, and people heard her screaming for help. So
I was with you when that happened. That's what they did.
right, I know. Okay, understandable, but we're a team, so we're all in this together. So maybe, we need to take a different approach. Is what I'm saying.
Zara, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Did you get any of the other guys?
Well, we got one of them, yeah. Hey,
Check
no,
if he has the badger.
Norman, you
And
want to
if
go
he
check on
does-
that guy you killed?
Yeah.
If he has,
Your
if he-
boy had your Iron Badger, and he also shot me in the back. So,
yeah, these are the people that we're looking for. And
What are those
consider
D4s?
So odds are I step on 2 tiles, and evens are I don't.
Ah.
Yeah, that's also why I'm hooting. Sorry.
I get it. Okay.
right. How do you suppose we take approach to this?
I think we have a limited amount of time before she gets let out by the guard. So if we're gonna do it, I think we gotta sort of, do it.
We're gonna. I'm just gonna whisper. Are we gonna let her out?
Well, if she cooperates, maybe. But I'm saying we need to make her think we won't let her out.
Do you want me to do the talking, or is anybody else up for it?
Well, I kind of look around. I kind of got something on Zara right now that'll make her a bit better at the talking stuff.
You do whatever is necessary.
I'm just gonna head outside and look like I'm waiting for the guards.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna get the megaphone, or the thing that will make Zara talk louder, if there's a thing.
Zara uses magic to make herself loud. It's just
alright, good.
physically, normally, her voice is very quiet. So she'll go over to the door, and she'll sort of, lean against the door and say, "Hey, so are you still in there?" Or?
Not responding.
Can I? I want to make sure she hasn't been broken out through the back wall or something. Can I see under the door?
Can you? You can make perception.
Right, yeah,
Dark
to see
in
if
there.
it's dark in there. But I've got a lantern or something I could make light shine in there. 14.
Mm-hmm. She's there.
Okay.
Appears
So I'll
to be sitting on the floor now.
okay. So I'll say, okay, look. So kind of here's the deal. You've put us in a bit of an awkward position, and if you don't talk, then frankly, I don't really disagree with you. It's not going to look great to the guards if they show up and you're here and you get the chance to explain your side of the story. So, the way I see it, this leaves us 2 options. Either you talk to us, explain why you're here, what it is you want, or I get my buddy Xanroar to make it so that you can't talk to the guards ever again. And, really, I'd rather just let you go. But, you're really putting us in an awkward position here, because if the guards show up and you talk, well, that's not going to be good for us. So how about you just tell us what we need to know, and then I don't have my 6'10", 300-pound buddy over here beat you into an unrecognizable pulp and then throw you into the ocean. I mean, it's so simple.
I normally don't fight, but you saw what I did last time, and I'm not afraid to do it again, hon.
Are you trying to intimidate or?
I am indeed. I'm trying to intimidate.
Can I give advantage because I said that little bit there?
He
I think I already
has
have
She already
advantage.
has advantage.
I already have
Yeah,
advantage.
yeah.
I appreciate the thought, though.
Yeah.
So intimidation 16. See, thank God for that advantage.
He's welcome to
Yeah.
beat me to a pulp.
Zara looks at Dustin and gives a look like she's more resilient than I thought.
You really don't very much care about your life, do you? If you care about a 6'10" person beating you to a bloody pulp,
There are worse things that could happen.
considering you have a little badger or whatever the hell that is, I think that's true.
But Norman in the back corner is gonna, like, hearing what's going on, is gonna motion to Zara and be like, make like the exploding Kool-Aid Man motion, and then kind of look around
Everyone
and
knows that
whistle,
one. Yeah.
and then kind of make like a stick figure walking, trying to indicate like, hey, maybe we can just let her escape. Thinks that she escaped. And then, give me a couple hours. I'll find her.
Okay.
Not bad.
All
I
right.
would like to keep talking though.
Oh,
As much as I
Dustin, you're not in the loop about this at all.
That's fine.
Because you
I
need to,
guess
like,
I'm saying that.
sorry, planning wise, you need to be completely out of the loop on this.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I just that's good information to know. Dustin, while that's whatever's happening is happening, he's gonna go. That badger symbol. What is it?
Does not say a word.
You realize we're gonna probably find out. Easier if you tell us, or there will be more bloodshed. You care about the blood in your hands? 'Cause apparently you don't.
No response.
I'm gonna. Kyle just left. Norman didn't say anything to
I'm here,
Zara, and okay. Would Norman have said something to Zara about not sharing with Dustin because she has an idea, and if you didn't specifically say don't talk to Dustin about it, she'll talk to Dustin about it.
I mean, that's part of the game. I mean, discretion.
Okay. So Zara's gonna go over to Dustin and like pull on his shirt and be like, "Hey, come down here," and to get him to bend over.
He's gonna bend down, keep his butt on the door.
So, hey, so Norman has a plan. She doesn't seem much like a talker, but Norman's good at the whole tracking thing. So what if we put on a little show for her, and we let her think she's escaped on her own, when really we've wanted her to escape, so that she can lead us back to where her friends are.
Dustin isn't gonna say a word, but he's just gonna nod, hold up 3, 2, 1, and then a symbol, and then like a thumbs up in acknowledgement that she understands what he means.
Okay. All right. So then loudly, Zara's gonna say, Hey, Dustin, do you mind if you open the door so I can talk to her face to face? I think that might be a little bit better.
All right. I don't see a problem with that. And he's
Sure.
gonna hold up 3, 2. All right. Well, and he's gonna turn the knob and open.
Turn the knob and open, and she's still sitting on the floor.
So
Looking up at you, eyebrows raised.
So Zara's gonna play to this fiction she has created, and she's gonna stand in the just her. She's gonna like tell Dustin to back off because he's big, and Zara is not. And this lady probably thinks she can push past Zara, which is accurate. So she'll just sort of like lean against the doorway and say, "So, what exactly is it that it got you so loyal to these people? I mean, Badger's kind of a silly symbol. I mean, it's like that's probably not it."
She just shrugs. When's the watch getting here?
I mean, to be honest, they aren't. So I think we're okay on that front.
Can I say something?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm just gonna pop over to in front of the closet and be like, I just wanted to say sorry for Temperance always tells me not to use magic around people because I'll hurt them, and sorry I hurt you. And here I brought you this, and I just hand her the storybook that I was reading before bed, which is about a wizard that fights a dragon. I hope it gets better. It's not looking great for you right now. I'm sorry again.
She shrugs, takes the book, opens it up, starts flipping through the pages. She's not really reading it, but are there pictures?
Are you asking me if there's pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Skippy would have probably tried to draw his own like little pictures of an owl wizard. So I don't think there would inherently be pictures, but he would like try to draw it on like the margins of like a little owl wizard fighting a dragon.
She's just gonna flip through the book and pause at the little pictures. She's not really paying much attention to the rest of you.
That's all Skippy had to say.
Dustin, while that's happening, is legit just gonna pour a glass of water, walk over, and just either whoever's the closest, whether it be Zara or Skippy, just give a little poke to the shoulder and hand the cup over. Maybe. If we can't get her to talk. Use intimidation, possibly get her to talk with some kindness.
Zara would nod and take it and say, here's some water. It's not poison, just to be clear.
She's like, oh, thank God. And she takes it and drinks. She hasn't eaten or drunken anything since she's been pretending to be unconscious on your floor. Like 8 hours.
And so Zara's just gonna like sit down and watch her as she's reading the book and say, so what brings you here?
Shrugs.
Because I was actually on a boat like a couple weeks ago, and then got attacked. The whole ship went down, washed up. Norman found me. It was pretty crazy. And now I'm here, so it's kind of a woo. It's weird. This whole regular people city. Don't know if I like it, but not so bad, right?
Just like failed attempt at invading somewhere.
Zara shrugs and says, it's complicated. I wasn't really so much a willing participant in that, so it's complicated. I'm not going to pretend like I'm entirely blameless, but I didn't exactly directly benefit from all of that went on.
Shrugs. She seems to be almost getting comfortable in the closet.
Okay, so can I make like I don't know if this is possible. It's like just try to over like a period of a little bit of time, try to tease like make a persuasion check to represent like trying to tease information out of her rather than slowly RPing it over the course of 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Is that possible? Or sure, I'll try it. Guys, I guess if she's not gonna go anywhere, as well, because Norman's plan involved her wanting to leave, and it doesn't seem like she's sort of on board with that plan. So
Sure. Make a.
sure, as a 21 sound.
You don't get direct info,
Sure.
but you get like the way she responds, like what, like when the watch getting here and stuff, like yeah, he could beat me to a pulp. Like you get the feeling that whatever she's facing for failing what she did is far worse.
Okay. I'm gonna just like leave her there for now. Like I'm gonna stand up, walk out, be like, gather around. Just leave the door open because she doesn't seem interested in leaving. And you know, I'm gonna say, so, we might have a chance here. She seems far more scared of these badger people than she is of us. So what if we offer to help her?
We're a
Like-
detective agency. That's what we do.
Right, like enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of a. She failed, so
Her
She's
mission isn't exactly complete. They're more likely going to kill her if she gets back to whatever the hell she's getting back to.
exactly, right? So, I mean, that's pretty common. Kind of where I'm from, like if you fail and then you come back, they don't look kindly on that. So, what if we just, guys, novel concept. What if we just be nice?
Wait, what?
Like Norman, I know this is not your forte, generally speaking, but I think we might have a real opportunity here.
Honestly, that's not a bad plan. But we gotta make sure we go about this carefully.
Sure.
She isn't our friend. But we're willing to help her. We can't reveal too much of not only ourselves, but what we're up to. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Play our cards close to our chest. Got it.
Alright, are we all in agreement? Then I'm gonna go get the food that I prepared that's sitting up there. Thank God it wasn't a warm meal.
Yes, so we'll give her food, and then I'll try to convince her. Good plan. Excellent. Good job, team. Break.
Okay. Again, the food. Just bring it down.
She'll take it. No thank yous or anything. She'll just take it.
So
Respect.
Zara's gonna sit back down and say, "So, you know, you haven't been super talkative, but let me know if any of this is wrong. From what it seems like is you're not afraid of us, even though you know we could do what we say we could do, but you know, if you go back, having failed and been caught, whatever they do will be much worse. Is that kind of the long and short of it?"
There's a shrug, and she just keeps eating.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes. And so I say, so look, right now, the way I see it, you've kind of got one of two options. We've proven that we can handle these badger people, but you know, we don't know everything about them. If you help us, we can help you. You know, maybe we can make sure that you could escape and have a better life somewhere else, or that you get away from them. But right now, if we turn you over to the guard, given their reach, I think you know what's going to happen. And if we just shove you out on the street, I think you also know what's going to happen. I'm willing to bet that those gentlemen who showed up didn't show up to break you out. I'm willing to bet they showed up to kill you. So let us help you.
She opens her mouth like she's going to say something, but then doesn't. She just looks at all of you, but keeps, like, there's a look in her eye, like she understands what you're saying, and she kind of wants that, but she is not saying anything.
Okay. Is this she's not saying anything because she's afraid to speak, or because she's like not there to make that jump sort of emotionally yet?
Roll an insight.
I'd love to. How's a 22 sound?
That she's more afraid, like she seems to be afraid to speak
Okay.
more
right.
than not there.
Well, I probably didn't know that. Never mind.
Okay. Zara will sort of understanding this will stand up, give her time to eat her food and sort of step away and say, "Hey, is it okay if we close the door? Not so much to keep you in, but just,
He shrugs.
All
Whatever.
right. So have
Can I go in there with her?
I was going to close the door for her protection and then tell you what I had gained, but sure.
Oh.
If you want to.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I just wanted to close the door so like she didn't get shot from outside or something, given what we now know. That's all I was doing.
Oh yeah, no. Skippy was just going in there to talk with her.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to, go ahead. Absolutely. But Zara will share, like, close the door and share what she found out.
So yeah, Skippy's gonna kind of just go in and like do that thing where he like squats down and his feathers all flurl up, and then he's just gonna sit there and be like, I used to be afraid of. Well, I am afraid of a lot of stuff too. But it was cool because one time I was afraid of falling when I was flying, and then I fell right into a cabbage cart, and that's how I met Dustin. And then I was just kind of afraid of a lot of stuff, but this one really cool bird named Temperance helped me through a lot. And she's the one who kind of owns this closet. Sorry about that again, by the way. So if we are really good at fighting off things that make you feel afraid, even though sometimes it feels impossible. And that's his little spiel towards her.
I've never seen birds like you before.
Oh, yeah, well, let me tell you actually about where I'm from then. And then he kind of explains like the floating islands and like what it's like there, and like some of the stuff that the other birds would do for fun, and like why he left and all that.
Really quick, roll an insight. Gips.
Insight.
She's like content with eating and listening, but it's hard to tell whether or not she believes you or she just doesn't care. She's trying to keep an air of aloofness and emotionlessness as she's munching, but she doesn't tell you to shut up. She lets you ramble.
And Skippy can ramble. I turned to her and like, do you want to see where I go when I'm really afraid?
I'm fine right here.
Oh, well, we don't even actually have to leave. So I pull my little bit of rope from my bag and use rope trick. And yeah, so I kind of just hold on. Let me actually throw that up there. So then I just kind of flap up into the little extra dimensional space. And be like, you can come up if you want. I know you're good at climbing.
I'm fine here.
You sure? It's really
Mhm.
cool. There's lots of cool stuff up here. Have you ever seen a dinosaur?
I'm
I
kind
haven't.
of afraid to ask. So what are the rest of you up to?
I was just waiting outside for the guards. And if I see maybe any of her companions come back, that's a bonus.
Dustin is gonna go to Zara,
Mhm.
and he's gonna say, "So what's our next move? We got her content in there, doing whatever she's doing. We probably both know if she leaves this house, she's dead, and our information goes down the drain.
Right. What if we can get her someplace safe? Like,
I don't know if that's
what
really an
about
option.
the excited paladin?
Not safe. That's too many people, too public. People can come in at any time.
Right, but what if she has a room and we just deliver food and stuff there?
True, but we won't be there 24/7. There's someone to look after her. Anyone can come in at any time. And I don't think the people at the front's going to stop them.
No.
How about this? I'm not an adventurer. I'm not. I don't. I'm not cut out to go out with you guys. I'll stay here. Keep her safe. Watch. Possibly even get a relationship going. A friendship going. Something. Get information. Send it back to you guys. A relay. While you guys go out, scout, do what you need to do. I'll be over here.
Zara will be considering this, and then hear Xanroar outside and say, I mean, if that's what you want, Dustin, I don't think that's the worst idea. But make sure it's what you want. And then she'll run outside to Xanroar, because the guard has arrived, apparently.
Yes, the guards are arriving, and I think this is a good point to stop for this evening. There
Ooh,
is a lot for Temperance to come home to.
there is.
Oh god, so much.
Thank you for making my last
So
game go really good.
No problem, Dustin.
I'm literally just I've never rolled that many natural 20s in such a Oh
I
my
think
god.
it went well.
I'm
Yeah.
also really glad I didn't cast Enhance ability on you earlier when you were trying to restrain her.
I am also really glad that the closet situation worked out, because that could have went so badly.
Yeah, there was a point where that could have
Oh God,
tipped
yeah.
really nasty.
So many things could have gone worse than they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I just feel dumb I didn't find out that she was duping us. We poured water. I got a cabbage under her nose.
She
Right.
rolled a natural 20 to, on her deception roll during that whole situation,
Mm-hmm.
and none of you actually, tried to perceive, if
Right,
she
we were
was
just accepting it at face value.
So
Yeah.
she's just like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
totally
man.
unconscious.
That's
And
a great
there
plan, though.
that's why I started having you roll the 20s. It was to see whether or not she screwed up mostly.
So Skippy was convinced. rolled a nat 1 on that.
And I was planning on actually doing a medicine check on her to see, knowing, oh, she's unconscious. We'll see how long she should probably be out for. Should have listened to my gut.
What I feel stupid for is that I could have perceived if she was untying herself, but I didn't.
Fair.
Yeah.
Also,
You
how did
just-
I become the evil guy who's going to torture her?
You were big.
Bloody
You were a good
cleric.
scapegoat. You were a good big scapegoat.
Come on,
Big
man.
in green.
Big
I mean,
ingredients.
everyone's gonna think the orc is gonna screw shit up.
Yeah. That has nothing to do
We
with
do
Zara's
not like
opinion of
races
you.
that
It's
aren't
just-
human, do we?
No, not
Well.
anymore. Well, Norman's human, right?
Apparently.
Token human, Norman.
Yep.
If it's not
Good old
human or
token
bird,
human.
it's not good. No half-breeds.
Oh,
All
dear.
right. All right.
Hey,
I'm
I am
out
a
for the
half-orc.
evening, everyone. I have to wake up pretty early for work
Ah.
tomorrow, but
Ditto. I'm gonna.
it was a good game, everyone.
Alright.
Good
Yeah,
night.
that had a
Thank
lot
you
of fun,
all.
guys.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
really
thanks,
good
everyone.
playing with you all.
Thanks, Athena.